Happy Friday, everybody. Hopefully everybody is kind of winding down their day, getting ready to go into this weekend. And hopefully we have some clear skies and warm weather. It's been nice today, so maybe that could continue the rest of the weekend so everybody could get out and about and do whatever they need to do. Currently I'm at Alma Farms, which is our new build subdivision off of Piney Green and Waters Road. If you haven't been out here to see this neighborhood, maybe drive out here this weekend, take a look. We've got some properties up for sale. A little different, new construction than the others, so might be something you or a friend or somebody may be interested in, and you know where to get a hold of me if you want to see them, if you have questions on them. Anyway, so this is our third week doing videos. Last week Adam Serrano did his video. Prior to that I did mine, so this is my second video, and this video is going to be a follow-up to Adam Serrano's the common mistakes of a seller. So today's video is going to kind of recap that real quick and then go into the impact of those mistakes from a seller standpoint. So hopefully our videos, give a little bit of education. If you are a seller now, if you're listed, or if you're thinking about listing, it helps you go forward with certain things, all right? That's the overall goal of everything we're doing, is try to educate everybody on kind of real estate things. And, because every day as we get into transactions, people just don't realize certain things. They just think this or think that, and it's sometimes it's mind-blowing. It's the things they think. Anyways, all right, so basically Adam Serrano talked about, the common mistakes of a seller. So last week, that's what he went over. So we're going to go over them just briefly. So some common mistakes obviously are overpricing, right? Not willing to negotiate, or not being flexible as a seller. Declining showings or rescheduling showings to get your house, to get buyers and agents in it. Lack of communication with your agent, meaning that could go either both ways. I mean, an agent can't get a hold of you, or you can never get a hold of your agent. Obviously, that's an issue, right? Hiring an agent based on a lower commission and or a way higher sales price. And not understanding basically giving kickback to your agent on market value of your property, okay? So let's talk about those in a sense of the impacts to doing all of those incorrectly, all right? So first thing is, you always want to price it right. Why? Because if you don't price the house right, obviously it sits longer, right? House sits longer, your competition sells faster, and you end up doing multiple price drops anyways. So by the time you do 3-4 price drops, you're almost at the price where if you would have priced it there to start with, an aggressive price, if you can do that based on equity in the home, you would already probably have sold it. So again, why are you waiting so long to try to get the maximum amount of money that may not occur, and then you drop it, end up eating money monthly, plus you sell it for a price you could have easily sold it for a lot longer. Does that make sense? I always give the example of, you're on a bus, or everybody's on a bus. Do you want to be in the front of the bus, so when the bus stops, you get off the bus first? Or do you want to be at the end of the bus where you're waiting, everybody else has got to get off that bus, and you're going to continuously wait, move up a little bit, move up, wait. Don't be the person at the end of the bus. Be at the front of the bus. That's what we always try to do with our sellers, all right? Be willing to negotiate, all right? If you're unwilling to negotiate, the impacts of that is this. Somebody is going to negotiate. The seller down the street, the person on the bus with you, if everything's equal basically, if you're unwilling to negotiate with repairs or maybe a home warranty or things like that, and you're just saying this is what it is and it's what it is, you're going to lose a lot of buyers, and they're going to buy someone else's home. So be flexible, be willing to negotiate, all right? Next impact is not allowing showings or being unflexible with that stuff, all right? That's a huge impact, because the more people that get in your house obviously gives you a better potential to sell. More numbers in your house, more people, more eyes, more agents, more potential to sell. All right, so the impact of you don't get anybody in it, nobody sees the house, and then you're consistently asking, well, why haven't we sold anything? Well, we've declined 10 showings out of the last 12, And the other 2, you've rescheduled. So, try to make it as best you can to where the people can get in the house. If not, the impact is, obviously, it's going to sit. All right. Be easy to get a hold of. So, meaning you as the seller, not only do the agents have to be easy to get a hold of, because I know a lot of clients always demand, I want to know this date. I want you to call me on this day. It has to go both ways. So the impact of not being able to, obviously, for us to get a hold of you is we may have an offer. If we don't get a hold of you for a day or 5 hours, then buyers could have moved on. It happens. So again, the impact of not being able to get a hold of you, buyers can move on. They feel like you're not interested. You're blowing them off. It can cost you a sale. All right, big impact. Hire right. Don't hire, the impact of hiring an agent based on lower commission is a couple things. The home won't get shown because of a low commission. So again, if the common commission in your market is 5% and you're offering 3%, that could be a deal breaker. Some agents won't even show your property. Are they allowed to do that? Are they supposed to do that? No. Do they do that? Yes. Some agents will do it. They'll look at the commission. They'll look for bonus. It happens. It's unethical. They're not supposed to do it, but it happens. I know it. I've had phone calls from agents saying, we're not even going to show your house unless you pay this amount of commission. Ridiculous. So I'm with you. But again, the reality is that's exactly what happens. So the impact of hiring an agent who offers less commission for the buying side is going to impact your property as well. And vice versa, of the hiring an agent who lists a property way higher than somebody else or other agents that came and interviewed for a job and gave you comps is going to be an impact as well. It's going to sit. Again, it goes into overpricing, right? The next one is understand market value. Market value is not tax assessed value. It's not what your buddy is listing his house down the street or the one down the neighborhood. It's not that. It is what is sold in your area that is a comparable to your house. That's either your subdivision, your street, down the road. There's a lot of variations there of depending on where your house is at, but only what has sold. The biggest thing that I want everybody to realize and take away, the sellers are in charge of all the decisions. They are the decision makers. You are the decision makers. The agents are in charge of the process. We're in charge of getting the sellers through the process based on their decisions to get their home sold. Sellers are the ones who choose price, not the real estate agent. When we come in, we're going to give you a ballpark figure of, hey, it's from this price to this price. Just because 139, 149, 150 is the top end because something is sold or multiple is sold, doesn't mean you have to list it for that. All right? It's a ballpark range to show you it can sell for that. Yes. Will it? We never know. You dictate the price. You will decide the price as a seller. All right. If you got any questions real estate related, you know how to get a hold of us, right? You guys have a great day. Have a great weekend. And Frost Team.